Hi and welcome. Can I get myself centered here? Okay, so like that and switch here to, and what's left in this chapter, step by step using signals. I got to custom signals. So what it says, what's it telling me? It's a reference how to define and use your own signals, and does not build upon the project created in previous lessons. I can define custom signals in a script, say for example that I want to show a game over screen when the player's health reaches the null. To do so, I can define a signal named died or health depleted when their health reaches 0. Okay, that's like a, in my game design, global event for the whole game logic, and I want to emit that signal to all methods waiting that might anticipate, like in multiplayer, to inform other players that that guy is dead, that guy is wrecked, bro is wrecked. So in GDScript extends node to D signal health depleted variable health equal 10. Okay, so it's the signal health depleted. I don't think that the code example matches the description above. I could define name died, okay, or health depleted. Okay. In what node? What would be the title of a node? It's just a node. It's just a generic node to emit a signal. Okay, it doesn't have a scene. So where would this script be attached? Where would this script be attached, initiated from? Well, as signal represent events that just occurred, we generally use an action verb in the past tense in their names. My signal work the same way as built-in ones. They appear in the Node 2D tab, and you can connect to them like any other. Custom signal GD health depleted. To emit a signal in your scripts, call emit on the signal, and then I will connect to it. Do I need that node instantiated? Does it need a scene or just a script? To emit a signal in your script, call emit on the signal. Function take damage. Health minus, if health less equals 0, depleted, emit. A signal can optionally declare one or more arguments. Specify the argument name between parentheses. Old value, new value. Signal arguments show up in editor's nodes doc, and Godot can use them to generate callback functions for you. However, you can still emit any number of arguments when you emit signals, so it's up to you to emit the correct values. Okay. To emit values along with the signal, add them as extra arguments to the emit function. here. Function take damage amount, hold health, comma health changed. Take damage amount, health minus amount, health changed, emit. Summary. Any node in Godot emits a signal that something specific happens to them, like a button being pressed. Other nodes can connect to individual signals and react to two selected events. Signals have many uses. I'm going too far, rushing a little bit through these sentences because they pack a lot. Any node in Godot emits signals and something specific happens, like a button being pressed. Other nodes can connect to individual signals and react to selected events. Signal event. Signals have many uses. With them, you can react to a node entering or exiting the game world, to a collision, to a character entering or leaving an area, to an element of the interface changing size, and much more. For example, an area 2D representing a coin emits a body entered signal, where the player's physics body enters its collection shape, allowing you to know when the player collected it. For example, area 2D representing emits a body entered. In the next section, first 2D game. You'll create a complete 2D game and put everything you learned so far into practice. Here are two discussions going on, but checking actually what other people experienced with this. As an example, for the press signal on the paste button, you might do something like follows. So they are implementing a bus to manage, signaling bus to manage multiple signals, like a center control place, signal relaying logic, master bus. But the question for the custom node signal bus I am looking if there is if anybody replied. I don't see a reply to that question. Which node to inherit? Okay, so custom signal appears to be node 2D since the script starts with the extend node 2D, but that's not the point. The object is just called custom signals for instructional purposes. The purpose of the section is to demonstrate that we can define and design our own signals when we need them. not to instruct us to literally make another node 2D called custom signals, nor to literally attach custom signals to said node 2D. It's simply an example how to show us what those definitions should look like in our own projects and how those signals will populate in the node tab in the inspector. Hello, what paranode was used for the section I tried node 2D? So there was the question again. So custom signals appears to be node 2D since the strip starts with extend node 2D, but it's general. To connect a signal named generate resource emitted by main to a function called obtain resource in a child node, is it variable main? I think it's wrong because I get. Okay, I see that I need the correct path. However, it's a good practice to have main emit signals. They are now probably discussing the idea of a bus. But it's good discussion. I like it. I recently some troubles with the signals. I thought it would be helpful to share my solution. As the docs tell you, you can connect signals from editor to methods by right-clicking the signal and pressing connect. However, connecting through code isn't as easy as the guide tells. To do so, you will need to use lambda functions like shown here. You know what, bro? I don't care about YouTube video explaining lambda functions. Here's an example. Get node. Press connect function on main exit, press print, it worked. Finally get tree.quit. Main menu. UI root, exit button, get node. Hi, I don't understand why for a button I could link the signal to the sprite 2D, although the node tab, whereas for the timer I had to write code in my script when I tried to link the timer to my script 2D. Oh, the node tab, it didn't work. In other terms, why does this code not work? Function timer. I don't know, it works. Timer timeout. Godot will allow you to connect via node tab. Click connect, search for and select the node that has the script that contains your function. Select your function. I think the docs are not presenting the topics in a clear and orderly way. What? Thank you for the answer. I just did as you said and it worked. I thought I already did it in the same way before, but maybe I was missing something shit. The timer example wasn't because you had to connect the timer via code. It's supposed to illustrate how to connect something via code. Via code, the example would probably make more sense if the thing to connect, in this case the timer, was created via code rather than added in the scene doc and just looked up in the code via. So this is good to see this discussion because it reflects what I was having a dilemma with me about how to grasp the concept of elements implemented with editor and how does that reflect and where does it reflect in a scripted game logic building. How to build game logic just with editor. Having a script is, I think, still good way because allows to follow the script, read it out. Editor doesn't. I don't know how would I figure out the. I would need to read every property, click on everything that I have to figure out the game logic or run it and then say, aha, here this might be emitting here this to this and so on and so on. If you were to instantiate something in the code I'm now reading, then you'd need to connect it via code. The example should probably do that rather than the bit about adding the timer via the scene doc. I'd suggest removing that stage and changing the code to something like this. Let's see. Okay, timer nude. Here's the cool. That's perfect. I like it. I like it. Timer start equal auto start equal true. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Thanks. And you can create a timer to call a function at the end with this method. Get tree. Create timer. Timeout. Is that seconds? Timeout. Create timer. Timeout connect throw. Dices, fizz. Anyone who has got this far probably already knows, but I couldn't get the code in the tutorial to work as it said timer was null. Even copying their code and pasting into game is the same. If someone don't have a save algorithm don't autocomplete timer, it's because line timer can only deduce type of timer at runtime. Yeah, that was also what I mentioned. That's why it's hanging with the error until the logic is implemented. To have auto-completion, you can use static typing and write variable timer get no timer. Okay, even better. Yeah. Okay, so let's say this page should have some discussion about binding custom parameters to an existing signal. An example scenario where this might be helpful is when you have a number of control buttons in a container and you want to connect their past signals to a signal handler rather than having a function for each one separately. If you use my button connect pressed on pressed, you cannot determine which button was pressed in unpressed. Instead, you could use my button connect pressed callable self on pressed bind my button to add the button as a parameter on pressed. Of course, bro. Implement. Hi, thanks for the solution, guys. I'm working on C#. Sorry to hear that. Hi, I'm already completely new. I'm completely new to programming and I'm following along with this tutorial. When it comes to connecting the past pressed signal via connect on signal to a method panel, I get target not found. I've gone back through to check if I made a mistake somewhere, but can't see anything. Could never point me in the right direction. Regards. I have just spotted that in scene 3 there is no script icon next to sprite 2D. Hey, next is our first 2D games. Because I've done this years ago, but I'll see that in the next session, probably in a few hours from now. I'll jump into that. Wow. Well, you're welcome. Now you have the audio version of the Godot official manual documentation with some, I don't know, spicy comments from my side and explanations in general, more elaborate. Well, without further ado, better sooner get this stream closed, so sooner I'll be back again. Same day. It depends where in the part of the world we are. Switching to the outro. Stay safe, see you soon.